Chris Rock narrates in an American TV show, Everybody Hates Chris, that his first breakup wasn't with a girl, but with his bestie. Likewise, I did a soulless Jerry Lee Lewis Great Balls of Fire dance number with choice number 2, when my bestie decided to exclude me from her cabin that early summer for school's 1-week outdoor education camping experience. Jacqueline Wilson's story of Alice and Gemma is spot on for the intensity of the bestie relationship in school. When Gemma cries when Alice must move away to Scotland, Gemma's mom, Liz, is a bit unnerved and compares Gemma's response to William Shakespeare's Romeo away from his Juliet. It is unknown if Liz is trying to lessen her own sadness about breaking up with Karen. Gemma doesn't care about the comparison. She has been besties with Alice since the baby nursery at the hospital where she was born 10 hours apart. What does Jacqueline Wilson do with a scenario like this? Like Disney Pixar's Up, the audience gets to view a story of after, not often told. After what? In Up, it's life's adventures after becoming a widower. In Best Friends, it's school life after a bestie moves far away. If you've read Jackie Wilson's Vicky Angel, the main character is comforted after a bestie's death by schoolmates and teachers. Likewise, school acquaintances befriend Gemma, though she is grieving for Alice who moved away. Teachers even give her a break when she sobs. For a kid without a car and much autonomy, a friend moving hundreds of miles away might feel like a permanent separation, death-like if you are like the character Gemma, who is not old enough to have her own computer, email account, or cell phone. The obstacle? Alice's mother, Karen, considers Gemma a troublemaker and is relieved that the girls will be apart. Alice's mother, Karen, wants the friendship to be severed because Gemma is more messy and volatile than her daughter. Jacqueline Wilson shows Alice being a faithful friend from afar. Alice writes letters posted by her dad as accomplice to keep the friendship with Gemma going. Gemma does house chores for one of her brothers in order to have access to a computer with email so she can send notes to Alice through one of Alice's new female friends. Gemma's grandpa drives taxis, like Gemma's dad. Both Gemma's dad and grandpa find loopholes around the moms, Karen and Liz, of the two besties to aid Gemma in keeping in touch with Alice. In one great adventure, Grandpa drives Gemma to Scotland, reasoning that Gemma can act as a help to an older lady customer. More conflicts? Gemma rejects gestures of friendships by her schoolmates, including one persistent Billy McVitie, also known as Biscuits. Alice's friendship with Flora changes Alice a bit, at least according to Gemma. According to Gemma, Flora changes Alice. The worst offense is discovered when Gemma arrives with her grandpa uninvited for a party with Flora and Alice. A porcelain doll named Melissa has been made over. As a result of Flora's influence, according to Gemma, the doll is dressed in hot pink, like Alice's new room in Scotland. Gemma resents this, as Flora seems to be intentionally displacing her as number one influence on Alice. As a reader, I'd like to know what Alice would be like without either of them. Does Alice really like to be sweet and neat? Does she really like ballet? Does she like hot pink? Or is it because of her overbearing mother, Karen? In contrast, strong personalities such as Flora and Gemma are fleshed out as characters by Jacqueline Wilson. I'm left curious about Alice. Did Ms. Wilson intend to compare Alice to Melissa the prize doll without a will of her own? Alice gives me the impression that she is influenced by the most recent and loudest person in her proximity. Maybe this means that Alice is gentle and easily intimidated and emotionally less mature. I'd want a continuation to Alice's story to learn about how she develops to be less codependent. However, instead of calling this a flaw in Jacqueline Wilson's writing, maybe she is warming up the audience to read her book Cookie, about a character that is people-pleasing, like Alice, but has the role of a mother to the main character. In Cookie, the mother makes a transformation much like the famous play A Doll's House. Back to Gemma. Gemma's mom, Liz, and Alice's mother, Karen, their friendship soured before the family moved to Scotland. Karen would rattle off a laundry list of boastful things and not ask about Liz. The breakup of Gemma's mom and Alice's mom isn't described in much detail, as this book's audience is for elementary girls Gemma and Alice's age. The breakup of Liz and Karen isn't described as much, as this book's audience is for elementary girls Gemma and Alice's age. However, the readers do get to see Alice's family is replaced with a new family friendship with the McVitie's, Billy's family, who are fun, loud, and good cooks. Billy McVitie's models how to be whole without approval by others. He disarms bullies with humor. He has his own ambitions and heroes. He is persistent. And the best thing about Billy is that he stands up to Gemma, and they have an equal friendship. Best Friends by Jacqueline Wilson is not The Body by Stephen King. It's not Stand By Me made into a movie about a group of friends. You don't get to see decades in the future who Alice and Gemma become as adults. Instead, age appropriately, Alice sends one last note to Gemma, posted by her father, reassuring Alice that they are BFF, best friends forever.